You made one of the best-selling singles in the history of pop music. How does that make you feel? You should be very proud, or what?
I'm not sure if it's really true, but it's very exciting to think that it's done that well.
But like I really liked Straight from the Heart and Heaven. Those were also very, very good ballads. What do you think made Everything I Do It For You a bigger hit than the other ones?
I can't explain it.
You never thought about that?
Well, no. I mean, I felt that it was a good song, but I thought the other songs were good too. So I didn't think of it as being extra special. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, I thought it was all right and put it out, see what happens.
And boom, there it was.
Yeah.
Now, you've been making music since at least 1980. At what moment did you realize success was really coming your way?
I suppose the only way you can really gauge that is by touring and seeing responses you get from your audiences. So that's the main way you can tell if your music's going over well, by just checking the audience out.
Just people knowing your songs, singing, things like that.
Sing along and things like that.
What can you remember from those early days? What's your fondest memory from that period?
Well, I remember we always travel in a van, the band and the road crew and the equipment, going across the country.
Yeah.
And that's how we traveled for many years. In fact, even when we came to play Holland the first time, we played at the Paradiso Club in Amsterdam to 10 people, and those were different times as well.
To 10 people?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There's nobody there.
Now, you had lots of success with the Summer of '69. What do you remember about that song, and why did you write it? Is it autobiographical?
Well, the song was originally called The Best Days of My Life. But we'd always toyed around with the idea of writing a song like the Summer of '42. You remember the film, Summer of '42?
Yeah.
And we thought that was quite a good idea, nostalgia, thinking about the past. And, well, it just came out one day in playing the song. I just yelled at the Summer '69, and it worked for no real reason. There's nothing really. There's no real connection between myself and the Summer '69, other than it was a it was a good summer, I suppose.
Okay. Now, you lived in Canada, but you lived in a lot of other countries as well. What do you remember from that period?
Well, it's kind of like being on the road all my life, really. I remember living in Vienna, and that was interesting because it was Eastern Europe, and it was in the '60s. And I remember going to school there. I mean, I could talk about this all day. I remember I lived in Portugal for 4 years and learned to play soccer there. And ever since then, it's been my favorite sport. And I still, we still play. Keith, my guitar player, and I, we still have a little team back in Vancouver. I remember we spent a year living in the Middle East. We live in Israel for a year. And those were interesting times as well, because that was back in the early '70s, and they just finished having a big war there. And so it was kind of a strange time to live there, but exciting. If you're a young guy living in a country like that, it's quite an adventure. So I've always considered traveling, with adventure, and that's why I suppose I don't have much trouble in touring for long periods of time, because it's an adventure.
Now, with all the traveling around, did that make you in a way a lonely kid or not? Did you make friends right away?
I had my brother. My brother and I traveled everywhere, and so when you've got someone in your family to relate to like that, it's quite fun.
Now, your last album, Into the Fire, was released in '87. Then we had to wait for a long while before we got Waking Up the Neighbors. What did you do in that period?
2 world tours. Spent a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years in the studio, going in and out, going on tour. I don't know. I mean, for the first year and a half after we finished the album, it was just non-stop touring. We toured all around the world. So, and then you have to spend some time writing songs again, and that takes a long time. And then, so
you don't do that while you're on tour, not in your hotel.
It's pretty difficult. You can get little sketches and ideas. I just lost my lyric book, actually. If you find it, give it back to me.
Now, do you have time for hobbies or not?
Yeah.
You did some parachute jumping. Do you do that every time or not?
No, I did that once. That was a long time ago. And I don't think I would recommend it to anybody out there. Don't jump out of a plane.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Well, you're maybe.
But I landed okay.
You had a good experience. I had a difficult experience because I did something called a tandem free fall,
Yeah.
where you fall with somebody else, and they're in control of the parachute. And I think he got excited because, you know, oh, I got Bryan Adams, and we're
Yeah.
going to take him down on a parachute jump, and he took me through these flips. So all I saw was earth, sky, earth, sky, earth, sky.
I vomit, earth,
I
sky.
imagine it was like those films where you see guys sort of gliding through the air, but it wasn't like that at all. And so the parachute got all tangled up in our legs, and he had to pull the emergency ripcord. And so
That's not a lot of fun,
That's
though.
my last parachute experience.
That was it.
My hobbies now are more like I prefer sailing. Yeah,
Safer.
it's still
Sea sky.
It's still an adventure, but it's, you know, on the water.
Okay.
Hi, this is Tina Turner, and you're watching Europe's #1 rock show, Countdown.